House Leader for the New Democratic Party.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Premier. In 2011, then Health Minister Dave Wilson launched Nova Scotia's first autism spectrum disorder plan. Our government committed to doubling the provincial investment in the EIBI program as it stood then and adding new funding for those who needed to hire additional care for their children to keep them safe at home, among other commitments. The action plan was about more than just early intervention, though. It sketched a roadmap for meeting the needs of people with ASD across the lifespan. However, in the 8 years since that plan was released, there has been no update on the status of the Autism Spectrum Disorder Action Plan. Mr. Speaker, will the Premier commit to tabling an updated action plan for meeting the needs of people with ASD across the lifespan?
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I'll ask the Minister of Health to respond.
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the member for the question. As the member knows, we're in Autism Acceptance Month this month, so it's a very timely question to bring to the floor. We've certainly been listening and advancing improvements in supports for people living with autism spectrum disorder, but also for their family members and loved ones. So we continue to advance in this area and support investments to provide new programs and services and supports based upon feedback that we continue to receive from organizations like Autism Nova Scotia.
The Honourable House Leader for the New Democratic Party.
Mr. Speaker, addressing the needs of autistic and neurodivergent individuals requires participation across departments and structures and systems. It needs a plan. Autism advocates need to know that the government has considered how different programs are set up to support or exclude autistic people. Too many people have had to make their stories public in order to get the support that they need and deserve. We should be doing the work now to make sure the services are readily available when they're needed. Mr. Speaker, will the Premier or the Minister of Health agree to conduct an audit of services across all departments through an autism lens?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and we have been working, certainly the three departments most engaged with programs and supports in this area include the Department of Education, the Department of Community Services, and the Department of Health and Wellness. Mr. Speaker, we have engaged and have our staff working, I believe, closer together than they have in the past to do just that, to look at the programs and supports when community members or family members are in periods of concern or crises, to ensure that we say what is the suite of programs and supports within all of our departments to come in behind and support them. But in addition to that, we're investing in new programs like the recently announced Brief Intensive Outreach Service program, Mr. Speaker, which brings, again, a multidisciplinary group of people to go out into the community or homes to support families and individuals so that they don't reach a point of crisis and they get the supports they need in the area that makes the most sense for them. Yeah.